Good morning, YouTube. How you guys doing today? Figured I'd drop a video rather than try to go live. That last live was real glitchy, and most folks, when it's that bad, they don't stick around very long to get to the good stuff, which is usually at the end of the video. Oh, yesterday was very stressful. I had to run an errand, and it had me really stressed out, but it went well and one step closer to getting things worked out. So it worked out all right. But what I wanted to talk about is legacy, leaving my little legacy for these pit bulls, right? When I was a kid, sheet metal worker, apprentice, I worked for a company, I think it was Air Sheet Metal at the time. And my GF, that's General Foreman, his name was Howley. Little Hawaiian dude. He was a pistol boy. Swore like a sailor. And he kind of took me under his wing. He had a shine for me or something. Thinking back, he would take me on walks on the job site, point out different stuff, teach me stuff, tell me why we do this and why we do that. He was a good foreman. And he knew I was a sponge. I soaked up everything. And this particular job we worked on was at UC Berkeley. And if anybody knows anything about UC Berkeley, anyway, I'm not going to get into Berkeley's history and people that have been there and scientists and all kinds of stuff. Berkeley has a very, very big reputation when it comes to all kinds of things. So to get on point, this job we worked on was, I called it a library, but it really wasn't a library. It was underground, and it was a suppository more than a library to store old books. And being a sheet metal worker, doing the heating, air conditioning, and ventilation for this library, we had to do what they called a built-up system. That means you got these huge fans to blow the air and these huge coils that hot water would flow through to make heat. And you had to set all this equipment on big concrete pads and then build walls around the equipment because you couldn't get the equipment in through a doorway. You're talking fans that are 6, 8, 10 feet tall. Huge, just huge fans. And many of them. There were multiple mechanical rooms. And the walls were made out of solid steel on one side, and then insulation in the middle, and then perforated panels, and they interlocked together. And then you would just build around all the mechanics. So anyway, the suppository for books, at the time I was thinking like a library. And Howley took me around and he showed me these rows, these long rows of book racks. And on the end of the racks were these round wheels, and you could spin these wheels and the racks would move so that they could smash them all together, but you could open them up so you could get in between them. It was the trippiest thing. I never seen nothing like it. That was the only job I was ever on that was like that. And I'm sure there are folks that have been to college and know what I'm talking about. But this suppository for books was from money donated by somebody that went to the college. And at the time, I said something to Howley about what a waste of money. This guy's wasting all this money to put these books underground. And he said to me how rich people want to leave a legacy and they want their name on the building. And there were a lot of halls with different, alumni that went to the college and donate millions of dollars, and then they would build this hall or that hall. And Holly was explaining to me how chances are a book changed this guy's life. And his passion was protecting all these old books. And it didn't make any sense to me at the time. And this is before cell phones, man. This is way back. If you think about history, everything was written down on paper or carved into stone or on copper scrolls or papyrus stuff. And I mean, it was always written on something. Well, now it's all on the gadget, right? It's not written in a book no more. But Holly was saying how a book probably changed this guy's life, and his passion was saving books. And now I reflect back on my legacy for these pit bulls, because they changed my life. I get it now. I didn't get it when I was a kid, right? I thought it was a huge waste of money to be saving a bunch of books. But I get it now, right? Wherever you get your passion in life is irrelevant. But to leave a legacy, something that's here long after you're gone, that I get very much. I worry because my health isn't so good. And trying to get healthy so that I can finish what I started. It's real important to me. I'm not some rich guy from UC Berkeley that's got millions of dollars, right? On a wing and a prayer. Save a handful of broken humans and 100 dogs. That's my ultimate dream. I just pray that I got enough time left. Feel really lost. It's so quiet. Even doing laundry and taking the clothes out of the dryer, there's no more dog hair in the lint catcher. It's all been cycled through. There's a constant reminder. Toenail clippers and dog hair. My passion for this legacy is all-consuming. It's the only thing that gets me out of bed in the morning. Trying real hard not to think about yesterday anymore. Just hurts too much. Try to stay focused on finishing what I started. Try not to trip on the loneliness and feeling lost. But sometimes it's crippling. The grief. All of it is a constant, right? It's that PTSD stuff. It triggers my sadness. And I got to check it up every morning. I mean, it's going on noon and I'm still trying to get my motor running. But I understand what's going on and why. And I just got to keep pushing and keep praying that God's going to give me what I need when I need it, and everything's going to work out okay. So just trying to stay plugged in. Perhaps later this afternoon I'll try to go live and see if anything changes. I guess one of my black lights is back there freaking out. Anyway, y'all have a beautiful day. Much love and respect as always. Love the ones that love you back. Do your best with the rest. Kind act for a stranger. Hold the door at the grocery store. Help somebody change a tire. Break off a homeless person something to eat. The world really needs it. For most of you folks, your legacy is your family, your children, right? That's your footprint. That's what you're going to leave behind. I made a lot of mistakes. Now I bounce around alone because of those mistakes. Penance for what I got wrong. And hopefully I get a chance to make right by those wrongs. All right, y'all. We'll talk soon.